Yo, what's up? What's up? How's it going? All right, audio is good. We are live. Is opening up right now. I'm gonna go hang up our open sign. In the meantime, if you got questions, drop them in the chat. We're just doing some Q&A again today. We are open. Let's see, who do we got here? Ruben in the building. What's up, Ruben? Lee, how's it going? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If you guys got any questions, let me know. Taking some time just to answer any Amazon or business questions that you have. If you're new here, my name's Logan. I've been selling on the Amazon platform for 3 years and 2 days since my first shipment. I had a memory pop up a couple of days ago of my first ever FBA shipment. So I've been on the platform for a few years, primarily focusing on the arbitrage business model. If you have any questions about that or anything in general, let me know in the chat. Anthony, what's up? How you doing? We got Pro Platinum in the building. What's up, Aaron? How's it going? Rise and grind. Yes, sir. Cool. So anyone have any questions, anything I can do to help them? What do we got going on in the business world today? I made a post today. I decided I'm going to be offering some power washing services again this summer. I haven't talked about that too much on this channel, but in past summers, I've offered power washing, mainly focusing on driveways and concrete surfaces and just cleaning that and then offering that as a service. So I made a post today, see if we can get some leads in. That's another kind of new business development I'm working on. I've done it for, this will be the third summer. I didn't do it last year. So I started, I guess, 4 years ago then. Let's see here. Anthony says, how does a coupon product become a replen? Do you just wait for a coupon to come back and rebuy? So I think you're referring to something that's called a sale plan. So a sale plan is an item that it's replenishable, but only whenever it's on sale. So it's kind of a hybrid form of a replen where, yes, you have to wait for it to go on sale again in order for you to replen. Now, if you're talking about coupons, you might be able to look into manufactured margin. And I actually have a video about this that I'm working on coming up next week, where it'll be just talking about how you can get coupons consistently. So if you have an item that you say is only replenishable when it's 15% off, find a website that will give you 15% off for signing up for their newsletter. Then utilize a catch-all email to get a 15% off code every single time that you sign up. So you could do that, but you might be referring to just sale plans where they're only profitable whenever they go on sale. Definitely having a mix of those types of items with full price replens and just your everyday bolos is gonna be solid. That way, we get a mix of the types of items that you're selling. Has anybody here used Cheddar Soft? I've heard a bit of talk about it, and we had a call with my household everything group last night, and he was talking a bit about it. So I was looking into it. Seems to be interesting. I'm just curious how much value is actually provided. Because there's a similar service that I've been talking to where basically they'll help you figure out when your items are profitable again. So you import your entire database, and then when items live and die, right? So whenever the items become profitable again, then they'll alert you so to go in and place that replen order instead of having to manually track it every time. Anthony says, is one of the main keys to hitting certain sales goals just to spend more inventory? That is 100% it. You just hit the nail on the head. Everything in this business boils down to how much money you're spending on inventory. And it's really simple, actually. You just figure out what you want your monthly sales to be, and then you reverse engineer it from there. So if you're utilizing something like Inventory Lab, or even if you just have basic spreadsheets, you should be able to figure out what your cost of goods percentage is on average. So look at your monthly profit and loss statement. Look at what your monthly cost of goods was. Take that as a percentage of your overall revenue, and then you can work from there. So let's say you sell $10,000 in a month. Your cost of goods were $5,000. That means on average, you have a 50% cost of goods. So you know that whatever you want to hit for your sales goal, you just need to spend at least half that on inventory. So now you know, okay, my COGS is roughly 50%. If I want to hit $30,000 in sales for the month, I need to spend 15K on inventory for the month. I recommend breaking that down into a weekly goal. So you divide that by 4, you basically need to spend 4K a week on inventory in order to hit your goal. It all boils down to your spend. So you got it exactly right. And then from there, you just boil down what you need your sourcing to look like. So maybe you don't have the time to source enough to hit your goal. So then you need to solve your time problem with money. So you need to either get on leads lists or hire a VA, depending on if you have the time to train them. Leads list can be a better solution depending on where you're at. Definitely, if you don't have the time, then you need to solve that problem. Long term, it's best to hire your own VA team, but it kind of depends on where you're at. Thank you. I'll do that. Actually, I never did that for my business, so do that today. Yeah, definitely get those numbers figured out. Like it's literally key. You need to be having smart targets. Make sure that you're hitting them consistently in order to lock in your goal. Best distributor to get ungated in food and video games. So for food, you're going to want to use a company called Frontier Co-op and make sure you're on their wholesale site. They have a retail site and a wholesale site. So make sure you sign up on their wholesale side, and then that can get you ungated in grocery. As far as video games, I was auto ungated in video games. I didn't use a distributor. I don't think EE distribution would have anything. EE distribution is one that a lot of people will use for toys, so you could look into them. I don't think they carry video games though. If anyone here in the chat knows a good video game distributor, you can drop it. Man, I know there's one out there. What is it called? Let's see. Yeah, I was auto approved, and I feel like it happened pretty early. Like honestly, it happened so early that I don't even remember video games being gated. So you might just try and get auto approval, see if it happens. Let's see. I feel like license to play is one that a lot of people use for toys, so they might carry video games. I think people have used them. Don't quote me on it because I haven't used them personally, but I'm pretty sure people have used them. If you send a message in the ungating channel on the Amazon Alpha Discord, people could probably confirm for you. Whoa. Has anybody got any video requests? I'm always working on scripting out some new content. So if you got any specific videos that you'd like to see, a topic you want to see explained further, let me know. Let's see, I've got a CeleRamp app review coming out this week, and then my other video isn't about Amazon. It's just making money with AI. And then next week, I've got 4 or 5 new Amazon videos coming out. Trying to think, what do we got? One is a VA interview so that you can kind of see the behind the scenes on hiring a VA. I know that was something that was really helpful to me. So hoping to put that on my channel and help other people hire VAs as well. And we got a few others coming out. Let's see, Anthony says, what's a daily routine of your Amazon business? So my business pretty much runs itself. There's not much that is actually required of me. So what my day for Amazon would look like is generally just looking at Discord and emails first thing to see if my team needs anything, or if there's any kind of message that needs my response, needs my attention, something that I need to deal with. And then, keeping an eye on FBA sales throughout the day to see if there's any kind of replen orders that we want to put in. Besides that, like everything's outsourced. I really built a business that can run itself. So there's not much that's actually required of me. Now, whenever I was more hands-on, whenever you're in those stages, then obviously there's a lot more tasks that need to get done. What's super important is that you're buying inventory every day. So whatever your day looks like, make sure you're finding time and room to do that on a consistent basis. If you're still doing your own prep, make sure that you probably have just a couple set shipping days. So make sure at least 2 or 3 times a week, depending on your volume that you're shipping out inventory, kind of having like some set stuff that you do, but also be flexible for what needs to get done. Because when you're in those early stages, you're doing everything yourself. There's so many different little tasks. So you might not be able to be completely super rigid. So have some things that you know need to get done every day, like sourcing and buying inventory. But then your other tasks, just make sure you're hitting them throughout the week. Janet, what's up? How do you report payments to VAs and tax returns? Do you 1099 them? Nope. So obviously, I'm not a CPA. I can't speak to the legal or tax implications, but my general understanding is that they are an independent contractor, and even with a normal 1099 contractor, this isn't required since they're in another country and they're, I guess, they're kind of giving you their service. They're freelancers, really, is the word probably. They're not even independent contractors, they're freelancers. So, really, nothing is required. Pablo, what's up? There's an ASIN that SellerAmp is giving me the alert that it's dangerous goods. When I check it on the Amazon page, it tells me that the ASIN is not classified as dangerous goods. So there's different levels to the dangerous goods program. Some items are hazmat or they are dangerous goods, but you can still send them in FBA. So the best thing for you to do is go into Seller Central, search at the top of the Seller Central bar hazmat, and then it's going to take you to a page that says look up ASIN. You're going to click that, and then you're going to paste in the ASIN, and it'll tell you exactly. It'll either say this item is hazmat and you cannot send it in, or it'll say this item is dangerous goods, but you can still send to the FBA program. So just make sure you're manually looking up at those ASINs, regardless of what the tool is, so that you can be completely sure that you're going to be able to send it in or not. Yeah, manually is the best way to approach. You are welcome, Janet. Wow, it is windy out there. Our flag at our volcano store is flying. Guys, if you're just joining in, we're doing Q&A. So if you have any questions about Amazon business, let me know. Should we do a behind the scenes tour of the candle shop? Julio, what's up? When do you start stocking up for the holiday season? So I'm not a big seasonal seller. I'm typically just looking for items that I can sell year round. Obviously, being perspicacious, remaining open to seasonal opportunities if we come across them. But I'm never really just like stocking up for seasonal. That's how I run my business. I'm not saying it's a bad business model if you do want to do that. If you're doing FBA and you wanted to stock up for the holiday season, I would say, so for example, probably in September, you start thinking about Halloween. and in October start thinking about Thanksgiving. So probably, you know, look at like 6 month inventory. That way, you know it's going to be checked in, and honestly, maybe even a little sooner. If you don't want to do FBA and you want to do FBM, then obviously you can have less time because you can just have the items at your house and you can ship those in kind of last minute, up to maybe like a week before the holiday. I definitely do some back to school items though, and we start thinking about those sometime in July. What other questions you guys have? I know you missed the McDonald's days, Logan. Low key, I do. It's a fun job. I'm not gonna lie. It can be not so ideal at times, but overall, I think it's fun. What about you, Aaron? You missed the Don's days. Made some good memories. I'd really like to buy a McDonald's at some point. So the work was fun, but I'd rather be involved as a owner operator. GM was stressful. I bet, especially at your store. Anyone else here ever work at McDonald's or any fast food place? Really, just fast paced environment. How do you track your sales and inventory? So there's a lot of different ways you could do it. You could use spreadsheets, but really the more efficient way is to utilize software. So you can go through Seller Central, keep an eye on everything that's going on manually that way, or you can utilize software. So we like to use Inventory Lab and Seller Board right now. Inventory Lab automatically tracks all of your sales. keeps good accounting records for you, and yeah, manages all your inventory as well. Seller board's good for helping out with replens, and they have other awesome features too. Some people use them for the accounting features, but also we just like to look at our FBA sales as they come in throughout the day. Since we go so wide on products, if we see something is selling, a lot, then that is a good indicator that we probably need to be putting in a replen order. I was thinking about buying a Domino's. I did enjoy the fast-paced environment. Yeah, if I ever go back, it's going to be as an owner. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. I do want to get back into that work. It's fun. Food service is fun, but I would like to go back as an owner when I go back. Tommy, what's up? My friend and I are looking to start this with starting capital point of around 10 to 15K. You recommend to start a Dollar Tree and kind of work our way up over time as we gain experience? Yeah, I think it's a great model to do. So you have a decent amount of starting capital, which is good. But my advice to you would actually be pretend like you don't have that much to start. I would recommend you put most of that to the side and still start off slow with Dollar Tree, because whenever you're new at anything, you're going to make mistakes. And it's better to just make those mistakes early on with a small amount of capital than get excited and blow through your capital. So I would recommend you put most of that to the side. Go to Dollar Tree for maybe like a month or so, and then start to slowly build up. And then once you know what you're doing after a few months, then you can start to utilize your capital that you have to really start to scale the business. Future partnership. It's an interesting idea. I know they don't allow for partnerships, though. You're not allowed to buy a McDonald's franchise with a partner. So that's kind of unfortunate. Anthony says, when sourcing, are you focusing on sourcing replenishable items or just sourcing in general ASINs? Yeah, that's it. So the answer to your question is we're kind of focusing on items that always look like they could be potential replens. So we only buy products if the data is consistent and looks good. I want to know that I can profitably sell it at really the lowest average price over at least the last 90 days. And if that's the case, then we'll purchase it. And when you're purchasing with that mentality, then your items are more likely to become replenishables. So we start off with smaller orders and then kind of build up from there, assuming the items do stay profitable. The challenge with my business model that I just explained is that, since we're going so wide, we often miss out on sale opportunities, and it takes longer to build up those orders since we have to wait for the items to go on sale again. You are welcome, Tommy. Let's change up the music here. Let's get a little rock going. I think we got a good mix of people here in terms of experience. So let me know in the chat how long you've been selling. Curious. Anthony says almost a year for me, but really low capital, so a lot slower than others. But it's a marathon, not a race. Absolutely, definitely takes time. Yeah, this is a business that is built over time. I mean, I just dropped a video a few days ago talking about my experience after 3 years. In my first year, I only sold 25K, 10x the next year, and then what, like 8x the year after that. So it's a business that can grow, but like 25K in the grand scheme of things compared to, I can do that in a few days now. It's just you really, really grow it over time. The important thing is just to stay consistent, even if you don't have a ton of capital to start with. Just be willing to put in the work and reinvest. And also, like, not comparing yourself to others because you don't know what their situation was like and how much they had to start, or yeah, whatever. Congrats on coming up on 1 year. Is it this month or how long until you've been selling here? How many wholesale accounts do you have? Not a lot, like three. Not many. Wholesale is a small part of my business. I'm almost all online arbitrage. Yeah, I started doing retail arbitrage, grew that business for about a year and a half or so, and then transitioned heavy into OA just because it allowed me to scale and it allowed me to outsource and build a business that could run itself through partnering with prep centers, hiring virtual assistants, and that. 2 years, cool. Congrats. Absolutely. Still, main goal is to hit the coveted 10K sales mark in a month. I mean, consistently 5K plus with one 8K in March. So hopefully May would be the month. May will be the 1 year mark. Awesome. Next month. So yeah, 8K last month. Yeah, cool. So yeah, figure out what your average cost of goods is and then break it down. My guess is you're probably 45 to 50% would be my guess. So, I mean, you'll know your numbers, but you probably need to be spending 4 to 5K or so to hit that 10K sales month. It's always nice when you can hit those milestones on like your selling anniversary. So that'd be super cool. Justin, best sites to order quantity for OA. So sites that you can order a large amount on. Walmart is usually pretty reseller friendly. Just don't buy through a Walmart Plus account because then that account will get banned. It's not too hard to open up another one, but it's just an unnecessary thing that you don't want to have to go through. So Walmart's generally pretty good. Uh, Bath and Body Works usually will ship a lot, but the problem is a lot of their coupons are capped at like 20 units, so you have to place a ton of orders. But they're usually pretty good about shipping large amounts. Bed Bath and Beyond, I mean, you can order like 99 units and they'll ship. They're really annoying about it because they'll ship you like one or two items at a time. So you're going to get like 50 boxes that are this big. It's annoying. I don't see how that's cost effective at all, but hey, they'll let you buy in bulk. So we won't complain too much. Let's see who else. Walgreens, you can usually get a few orders through, no problem. So the cap most of the items at 12. So you're looking at 36 to 48 items. I wouldn't go much beyond that. Yeah, those are a few. Sam's Club, Costco, BJ's. Obviously, those are wholesale clubs, so they don't have any problem with you stocking up either. Just got the Plus membership for Bed Bath and Beyond. Did not know I could go that deep. Yeah, that Plus membership is crazy. What is it? Like, it's super cheap, and you get 20% off almost every single item, plus exclusive coupons through the year. So that's huge. Definitely, if you shop there, get that Plus membership. It's super cheap, super worth it. And yeah, you can go pretty deep. I honestly can't think of a time where I've had an order canceled due to quantities. Sometimes they'll adjust it because they end up going out of stock, but for the most part, you can go deep, you can go crazy, and they're really annoying about the shipping process, but they let you buy large amounts. Yeah, 29 bucks for a year. Like you can make that back on your first order. Definitely, if you shop at Bed Bath and Beyond, get that plus membership. Crazy value, super worth it. There's a few sites like that where they have annual memberships that are what the heck? Where you can pay like a really low monthly fee and then you get like a really good discount. Isn't Bed Bath and Beyond about to go bankrupt or something though? Their stock is selling for 32 cents a share. That's down 94% over the last 6 months. Pretty sure I saw they're like going bankrupt. Yeah, and if that's true and they're shutting down through their bankruptcy, then yeah, time to stock up because their stuff won't be too much longer. Let me see if they're closing. Bed Bath and Beyond is closing 87 stores. They just closed 150 last Q4 of last year. So yeah, definitely not looking good, but maybe they're just pivoting into more online. I don't know. Time to stock up. Usually, when companies are going out of business like that, there's a lot of good arbitrage opportunities because they're just kind of liquidating. So we can come in and buy on the cheap. An early example for me, we'll call this the trenches, is we had a store around here called Alco. It's kind of like a small, I don't know what you call it. I'll just say it's a supermarket. I don't know if it was actually classified as that, but they sold a wide variety of products. But they went out of business, so everything was super marked down. This was when I was in junior high school. So I went in there and I bought all their candy. It was like 80% off. So I was buying their 10 bars for like 20 cents a piece and then flipping them at school for a buck. 80% profit margins. That was one of my first tastes of arbitrage. What has been your biggest challenge for you this year? Ooh, let's see. I mean, the big obvious one would probably be my account shutdown, and we're still working on figuring out that. Hopefully, we can get everything back up and running soon. Yeah, I mean that's the big obvious one, but there's been a lot of things. been taking a lot of big leaps in business and developing a lot of new things. We're trying to grow the Alpha Candles storefront. We're selling online now, trying to get set up with more wholesalers. We're selling to more retailers wholesale, working on more collaborations, and yeah, just trying to grow that. I've been doing a lot of content as well this year, and yeah, just trying to find the balance between everything, I guess, has been a struggle. Got a lot of different projects going on, building a lot of different things, but it's important and it's going to be really helpful long term because it's helping me diversify my income and not have everything so reliant on just Amazon. I have a big Party City store going out of business. Next weekend is their last day. I did really good last year when a local Kmart went out of business. Oh yeah, it could be a fantastic opportunity. You can get in there and buy those items, especially towards the end. A lot of those items are probably 80, 90% off. So yeah, you can have a really good opportunity for flipping. It's like when you're doing clearance retail arbitrage, but almost everything in the store, if not the entire store, is at a massive discount. So yeah, good luck. Hopefully you can find some solid flips and make a lot of money off that. Cadian, what's up? If you have low capital, should you focus on high ROI products or products that are selling fast per month? Both. So the high ROI is a crucial component there because if you have a low amount of capital, then you need to ensure that you're buying products that are going to have a high return on investment because you need to grow your startup capital. But the other component there is the fast moving. You can buy really high return on investment products, but if they take a while to sell, then your capital is not going to grow quickly. So you need to be focusing on both of those. Focus on high ROI items that are going to sell fast. Maybe you find a listing that's selling 50 times per month. That's pretty decent. It's nothing crazy volume, but you're going to be able to sell it. So maybe you just buy a few of those. Try and capture just a small percentage of the sales with high return on investment products, and that is what it's going to allow your capital to scale. And some people will buy like dirt cheap items with massive ROIs that are going to sell a little slower, and that's okay. But I would say you focus on a few of those. Rex Brown. Hey Rex, how you doing? Do you see buying opportunities at the weekend only closings in St. Louis? I'm actually not super familiar. Weekends, weekends only closings. Is that just like where stores are? Okay, weekends only. To what kind of products they carry? Furniture. So probably, I mean, yeah, there's probably arbitrage opportunities where you could buy items that are going on clearance there. My play here would probably be to buy it really cheap there and then resell on Facebook Marketplace. This is not something I would want to sell on Amazon though, just because it's so big and heavy. But yeah, there's definitely a opportunity here to make some money. Flipping it with Cisco in the building. What's up? Looking a little tired. Oh, I'm ready to go. I've got my coffee here. We're up at Alpha Candles. I'm ready to go. I'm not on a plant-based diet, Cisco. Just got a coaching call booking, so that's cool. I think I'm going to switch my coaching calls to request only, not something that I publicly advertise anymore. We'll see. Cisco, what are you up to today? You're joining in 48 minutes late. Thoughts behind it? Why am I going to do that? So a few reasons. One, it's just with a lot going on, it's kind of difficult to keep scheduling these one-on-one coaching calls. I like doing them. I think they're valuable, but I would rather just do like a one-to-many option, or I do things like this, or I get people in my coaching group, my outsource everything program. They get the continuity program, or we have speakers come in and talk. It's just a lot easier, and I think more effective for helping people to do a one-to-many option. Because if I block out an hour, I can help like 30 people, for example, versus just one person. So I just think it's a lot more effective and easier to manage. And honestly, I've got a lot of different projects going on. So simplifying things a little bit could help me be more effective overall. Had a meeting I was running. Cool for the 9 to 5. Should do group call options. It's interesting. Yeah, could think about that. I think still I'd rather just get people in my program because then it's scheduled and whoever can make it shows up and we have specific topics and stuff we talk about. With the group call, we'd have to like organize it so that everyone's available and we'll see. I've done like webinars in the past where it's just a scheduled time and then people can buy tickets to attend. So maybe we could do something like that. Even then, it can't be super expensive because you're not getting one-on-one support like you are with the regular coaching calls. I say I just keep doing this. Live streams. You guys have questions? Hop in here. Ask me live. I got a business inquiry from a company last night wanting to do some kind of YouTube collab. They're utilizing ChatGPT technology to create like a Q&A database for any Amazon question you have. I think it's interesting. I'm going to talk to them more. I just think it's cool that companies are like utilizing ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, to create something that's targeted just towards Amazon sellers. It's pretty cool. Group idea sounds good. Yeah, I mean, if there's interest, we can do it. If you want me to do it, send a message in the Discord, and then that way we can, kind of see how many people are interested in it. If it's something there's demand for, I'm open to it. But at the end of the day, I'd rather just focus on the course and getting people in there. But we'll see. I'm here to serve you guys. So whatever you're going to find value from, if I can fit it into my schedule, my routine, then I'll do my best to, provide that. Yeah, if you're not already in the Discord server, there's a link there. It's 100% free. Just join in there, and you can come and network with like 400 other Amazon sellers, ask questions, get answers, and network and grow with each other. Cisco says update on the plant-based diet. Tried an Impossible Burger. Not gonna lie, very little difference. Interesting. I have not tried one. Very little difference in terms of taste, right? That's what you're saying. Because obviously there's structural difference. The technical term would be, that's interesting if there's not much of a taste difference. Cisco says, hey logs, it's Thankful Thursday. What's with you calling me logs on live streams? It's Thankful Thursday. What are you thankful for? I like that. Thankful Thursday. Is it the only day of the week? I think it should be thankful every day. Thankful Thursday sounds cool. I'm thankful today for options. I'm really blessed with the ability to have options and thinking about all the different directions that I could go with my life. We often get overwhelmed by all the abundance of decisions and opportunities that we have, and it can be stressful to think about which one to go with. But at the end of the day, it's really a blessing and something to be thankful for, and that's what I'm going to share today. Is that I'm thankful to have the ability to have options and so many different opportunities for things that I can do throughout my life. Yes, and taste. I don't know if I believe you, Cisco. Did you cook it yourself or did you go purchase one somewhere? I wonder how they make that stuff. You should try the Impossible Chicken Nuggets next and report back to us tomorrow. Cisco, what are you thankful for today? You got to share your thankful Thursday. Let's get everyone here. Drop something you're thankful for Thankful Thursday. It's in my story on Instagram. That's what I'm thankful for. Is it your Disney tickets? Thankful for Disney today. Yup. Shout out Disney. Now you can go annual pass. So how does that work? Can you just show up whenever, or is there some kind of limit? Coming up on the 1 hour mark. If you guys got any more questions about Amazon reselling business in general, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Let me know. Anthony says you have specific dates that are blocked off depending on your key status. Interesting. Different tiers, but I got the one with no blockouts and no restrictions. Wow. So you can just go whenever. Oh, Cisco, did you see that Reezy posted his Miami talk today? Or maybe it was yesterday, but pretty recently. I rewatched it. It's definitely good stuff. If you guys are interested in social media at all, YouTube, go check out that video. I was there at the Miami conference when he talked about it, and that was the most notes that I took the whole day. So definitely go check that out if you're interested. Shout out Reezy Resells, by the way. Negative, I'll watch it. I'll welch it. Yeah, definitely do. It's probably 25, 30 minutes or so. Definitely a good watch. Guys, if you're just joining in, we're doing Q&A. So if you have any questions about Amazon, business, anything like that, drop it in the chat and we'll get your question answered for you. We're back. I think we disconnected there for a minute. All right, we're going to wrap up here in just a few minutes. So if you have any more questions, go ahead and drop those. Get them answered for you before we wrap up. Go for about 2 more minutes or so. We'll go till an hour 5 on the stream. All right, 1 more minute. If you have any other questions, go ahead and drop them. I'm going to post a link to a video that I made recently talking about my journey on Amazon and breaking down my results over the last 3 years and just kind of showing you how things can progress if you're willing to stick with it. So definitely go check out that video after this stream. 30 more seconds. If you guys have any final questions, let me know. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys for kicking it here today. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe down below. It's free, a great way to help support the channel. Also, make sure you turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the chance to come on here and ask me questions live. And you'll also be notified when I have an upload. So have a good one. Peace.